In today's video, we're going to figure out the best way for you to learn programming fast. There are lots of one-size-fits-all solutions out there that, let's be honest, normally don't work. And that's because they lump everybody into this one-size-fits-all mold that doesn't account for you as a person or your learning style or what is most effective for you. And so I want to cover some of those things today to show you and teach you so that you can figure out how to learn the best way going forward for you, no one else. If you want more content like this about being a fantastic programmer and learning at a more efficient level for yourself, then hit that subscribe and notification bell. My name is Jason Humphrey. I help struggling developers, whether they're in the beginning, just trying to learn, or in the middle of their career, trying to get promoted, by coaching them through the entire process. So today's topic, what's it all about? Well, it's all about how should I learn? And not my, literally, I mean you. You right there in the camera. Yes. It's all about you today. And we're going to cover these four main ways. And so when I talk through them, I want you to put yourself in these shoes and see if you fit this mold. And if this is something you should try going forward. Because once you figure learning out, oh, I'll tell you what, coding gets a hell of a lot easier. Let's start with the first one, self-paced. Now, this is for the accountable people, the people who can hold themselves to a high standard without anyone else watching. Truth be told, it's also the people that generally like to kind of go exploring off into the ether and just kind of check things out and self-pace their learning, but also self-pace their exploration into different concepts. What I found with self-paced for myself is that if I put something down for too long, self-paced doesn't become for me. Self-paced has to stay up onto a certain pace. If you drop below, it becomes a lot harder. Now that's not for everyone, but that's something I have noticed. Let's talk and look at some places that are really great for you if you are a self-paced learner. The first place a self-paced learner should look are online courses. Something like Udemy or Pluralsight are really great places to start, because of the content and the coursework that they have laid out for you. The second thing that is really good for self-paced learners are boot camps. And I'm specifically going to point to their Full Stack Flex, which is a self-paced course through their boot camp, still with mentorship and mock interviews and a career services aspect, but it's self-paced and it's much more hands-on than just an individual course. And that's why I say it's a second great way to learn. The third great way here for people are textbooks. Now, this takes me back to college and I hated all of my textbooks. So to be honest, I don't like this one, but it's the truth. If you're good at self-paced, textbooks might be for you. And the last one for a self-paced learner are tutorials, and specifically tutorial series. Ones that go past just one or two concepts that will elaborate on the bigger picture, such as learning something about the mean stack or learning how to do Photoshop in a longer 4-hour forum of tutorials. Seen that lately. The next learning style for us to look at is a classroom-paced or curriculum-paced learning style. And these are the type of people that need to be held accountable, myself included. But the ones that need the homework sent to them, the ones that need a mentor with them, the people that need that extra bit of accountability there so that they follow through. Now, it's not saying we're any less of learners than the self-paced people, but we need just an extra little kick in the Now let's talk about what you can do if you feel like you might be a much more classroom-based learner who needs accountability. Well, first off, a boot camp, something like Thinkful's Engineering Immersion Boot Camp is something that I would totally say is right up that alley. But also, there are things like Free Code Camp out there that are absolutely great to join. There's also free open source courses out there. And last but not least, a college degree is another good way to go that a majority of people think about it. I don't always recommend it. Yes, if you already have one, it's great. But if you're wanting to get into tech right now, you do not need to go spend 4 years to get into tech. You can spend 6 months and get into tech. The third style of learning that I see is very effective is the mentor-paced learning. Ideally, you sit down with someone who has been to where you want to be, and you guys develop a custom plan based on your wants and needs. This generally happens when you can be accountable, but you don't like the curriculums. And you see the self-paced side, and you can do that, but you don't really know if that's right for you. And truthfully, you know where you want, but you're not sure how to get there. And that's where this style of learning is very effective, because you can get paralysis by not taking action. And not taking action because you don't know the outcome. You don't know how to get there. So you stop mid-step. And that's not what we want. So that's where a mentor-paced learning can be really helpful, because you'll get curriculum, you'll get coursework, you'll get all of these things you need to be successful at what you want. What are some things we can do? First off, pretty straightforward, right? Find a mentor. Simple enough. I'll leave it at that. Links below if you want to be mentored. Second, find an industry leader to follow. Mentoring doesn't have to be one-on-one. You can be mentored by someone far away by following their content, their coursework, their Twitter feed, just in general what they're saying on YouTube maybe. There are other ways to be mentored that aren't on a one-to-one basis. So think about that and potentially find an industry leader. The fourth way to learn is project-based learning. And this is one for the people out there who want to work on real-world things. But that's not just it. It's also for the people out there in the world who want to start a business or have an idea and want to learn coding because they want to implement it, which is fantastic. And because of that, they don't need the whole curriculum. They don't need the job. They need specific sets of skills. What's really great for those type of learners is individual projects to learn specific skill sets, whether it's how to build an Angular app or a back-end microservice or whatever it might be of what you need. You can build projects around these little ideas, especially one that is very popular when people come to me with ideas. A great way is a Stripe project, because more often than not, if you have an idea you want to take in money, Stripe has a lot of great documentation, great examples in any language out there for you to learn. So projects, great way to pick up skills, right? Well, how do we pick, or how do we know what to do? Well, we do this. First and foremost, tutorial series. This kind of goes up to what was up above, but you pick a tutorial series that works on a specific project or idea. I know from being in the MeanStack.js realm that there is a lot of different MeanStack projects like this out there for you to learn from. Second, take some specific classes in that specialized area you're wanting to learn. If that specialized area is just CI/CD, great, do that. Is it server management? Great. Is it you need an AWS certificate? Great, let's do that. It's all about the project you're looking for and that skill you're looking for at that time. Third, courses on how to build the specific project you're looking for. A lot of people now are building courses towards this. These are the four main ways for you to learn programming faster. There are more out there, and there's more drilled down topics we're going to be talking about soon. Specifically around, are you a kinesthetic learner? Are you an auditory learner? And we're going to be taking these things and reviewing them in the next video. But for now, try implementing one of these four ways and see what type of learner are you. And if you're already in one of them, is it working for you effectively? Are you learning at a fast enough rate that you're happy with? If not, let me know in the comments down below, because that's what the next video is all about, is now digging down deeper into some of these subjects and figuring out how to be a better kinesthetic learner or how to be a better auditory learner. And there's a lot more to come on this. If you like this type of content today, go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell. So I encourage you to go from this video and figure out what works best for you and how you can utilize some of this information today to hone in on what you're good at. I'm going to be doing more content like this in the future. As I was just saying, right, we got another video coming up right down the road that you're going to hear all about probably in about 4 or 5 days.